Welcome back to the King Films March Madness Marathon, and let's continue with the top double-digit seed upset picks, the Giant Killers. And in this video, we're only going to be covering the 6-11 games and upwards in terms of seeding. So I think all of the 7-10 games could honestly go either way. So let's talk about the best chances for a 5 seed line upset and above. And let's start with number 11 Michigan against number 6 Colorado State. This is a great pick for an upset for a multitude of reasons. First of all, Michigan is favored in Vegas. Many predictive metrics favor Michigan upwards of 60 to 70% in this game. Colorado State is one of the most overrated seeds. ESPN's BPI had them at a 10.4 projected seed, but they were given a 6. A lot of people did not agree with that number 6 seed for Colorado State, myself included. I thought they should have been a 7. As for Michigan, I just think they have the better talent right now. Colorado State is a very, very good team coming out of the Mountain West, but I think Michigan has faced the tougher opponents all year. I think that they have a really good chance of pulling it out with stars like Dickinson, Caleb Houston, among others. Next, we move to the 11 Virginia Tech Hokies against number 6 Texas Longhorns, and this is a great upset pick because Virginia Tech is quite frankly getting disrespected with this 11 seed despite being one of the hottest teams in the nation right now. Texas is coming off the loss to TCU in the Big 12 tournament, but most metrics have Virginia Tech as about a 50% chance to win this game. Texas is only favored by 1. Many people think that this is just an 8-9 matchup, and I agree. This is just a 50-50 match where both teams have an equal chance of winning. It should not be a 6-11 matchup. Hokies did not just beat Duke, they dominated them, so obviously they are one of the hottest teams in the nation right now. Texas is good, but they have a lot of transfers. They don't play great team basketball. It's a lot of one-on-one. So we'll see what happens in this one, but I think it could be a very good upset opportunity for a Virginia Tech team that is only about 4 points below Texas in terms of rankings in both efficiencies and predictive metric. And then before we get on to any more on the 12 and 13 lines, let's just stop and look at Alabama's matchup against Notre Dame or Rutgers. The metrics say that Notre Dame has a better chance of beating Alabama, but I think both teams have a very good chance. Alabama's a team that's played up and down all year. They can lose to the worst of opponents, but beat the best. Obviously, you're going to want to consider these matches for an upset, but I'm not going to cover them because we do not yet know who Alabama will face. In the same mindset, St. Mary's could be upset by both Indiana and Wyoming. Indiana, of course, by the metrics, is going to have a better chance at doing so, but we'll have to see who wins that first 4 game. In terms of Indiana, of course, they are coming off that hot Big Ten tournament run where they were finally stopped by Iowa, but had a very good chance to win that game. I think that Indiana could be a very dangerous 12 seed. Wyoming could also get it done against St. Mary's, although I'd say that they have a slightly worse chance. Remember, at one point, St. Mary's and Wyoming were on the same line at that 6 or 7, but Wyoming's lost 4 games since then. St. Mary's has only lost a couple and has beat Gonzaga since then, so those teams have just gone in opposite directions. But I still think that the play-ins in the 11 seed and 12 seed are great matchups for the lower seed there. Then let's move on to number 13 seed South Dakota State Jackrabbits against number 4 Providence Friars. And I would say that this is a matchup where you've got Providence team that's probably overseeded. I think this should be a 12-5 matchup with the best 12 against the worst 5 in Providence here. South Dakota State is very efficient on offense, and they fit the bill of these mid-major to low majors that get upsets. They are very good at shooting the 3-point shot, and that's the thing that worked for North Texas last year. That's the thing that worked for Oral Roberts, and then Colgate was close last year as well. South Dakota State is the second most efficient team on offense, but the thing is, they haven't played the best opponents this year with the 269th most difficult strength of schedule. That being said, Providence also fits the bill as a team that can get upset easily. They play close in a lot of their games, whether they're playing the best opponents or the worst. So I think this game will be very close. And remember, the spread on this game is just about even. So I think South Dakota State has a very good chance of pulling this one off here. Next, we move on to number 13 seed Vermont against the number 4 seed Arkansas Razorbacks. And Vermont is another team that fits the bill of a efficient offense that shoots the three well. And the reason that they could take down the Razorbacks, well, Arkansas is a very inconsistent team shooting the ball. They don't shoot it very well, and that makes them a team that has a very high ceiling, but also a low floor. We'll have to see what happens there. But Vermont is another great upset pick in the first round. Then we move on to number 11 seed Iowa State against number 6 LSU. And Iowa State is not similar to any of these mid-major and low majors in that they don't have many quality wins. Iowa State does not lack with, I believe, 9 quadrant 1 wins, depending on the day in the ranking system. So Iowa State is a team that has gotten it done. They've lost 3 straight, though, so that is the concern with this team and why they are the number 11 seed. I still think they were a little bit underseeded here. And number 6 LSU is also a team that has been up and down as of late. They just lost their coach, Will Wade, so I think that ups the upset chance a little bit more. You know, maybe they don't have their whole scheme. They will have had a week to prepare, but so will Iowa State. So I think this will be a close game either way, and I think that Iowa State definitely has a fair chance to get another 11 seed upset here. And then our final upset, and probably the most drastic of them, at about a 20% chance, we've got number 14 seed Colgate against number 3 Wisconsin. Colgate had a great chance to get the upset last year. They were up by 15 on Arkansas in the first half, but they really blew it, and they will probably have a similar problem this year. The thing is, Colgate is very good at three-pointers. They shoot a lot of them, and they make a lot of them, which gives them a good chance, but their defense is very bad at 179th in the nation. Wisconsin plays much better defense at 31st. Wisconsin is not that good at offense comparatively to Colgate. Of course, they are playing much better competition, but Colgate's three-point shooting will give them a shot against any team on any night, and they fit this bill of the hot shooting three-point team. So if you have to pick a 14 seed or worse in your bracket, go with Colgate. They're probably not going to win, but they have the best shot by far of any 14 seed and even some of the 13s. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to subscribe for more March Madness videos coming soon.